Hey, TGV from the future here. Just to let you know that the audio in the beginning of this reaction clip is a little wonky because the microphone that chose to automatically pick up at the start was my webcam microphone. So, kind of why you can hear me better now, because I physically went in and picked this microphone, and you can kind of hear it in between on the first clip, but I'm just jumping in real quick to let you know. Back to your regularly scheduled program, folks. What's up? Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is, of course, TGV Reacts here with a brand new video. Thank you all for clicking on this video, and I hope you all have a blessed day today, or having a blessed day. If not, let's make it better, shall we? And today I have my hands on some Prosecco Runts hybrid live resin from Air. But as you can see, that one's basically done. We will be jumping over into the Boston Tea Party live resin. I already have that one on the side and ready to go. But today, folks, we are going to be looking at a video called Illegal Chemicals Found in 25 Dispensary Products, Stizzy, WCC, and Backpack Boys included. The video is by The Gobcast. The link will be down in the description below. Don't forget to check them out, subscribe, like the video, all of that. But without further ado, folks, here is the old cart. Let's get a cheers in on that. Not a bad way to start the day. But now let's switch on over to this Boston Runts, shall we? Cheers. Did I say Boston Runts? I meant to say Boston Tea Party. Definitely does taste like a tea, now that I think about it. But let's get straight into the video. Alright, illegal chemicals found in 25 dispensary products, Stizzy, WCC, and Backpack Boys included. The video is by The Gobcast. Like I said, the link will be down in the description. And let's get to it.
Today a bombshell was dropped, okay? Today a bomb was dropped on the entire cannabis community. Shut the fuck up, Elden Ring. A bomb was dropped. A nuke, arguably. A massive nuke. We have something really fucking serious to talk about, okay? This article. Now, for those of you guys who don't follow me on Twitter, you probably don't know what I'm talking about here. If you do follow me on Twitter, you might have a hint of what I'm about to talk about. But it's a lot worse than my tweet alluded to, okay? So listen up, alright? The cannabis industry today was exposed. Specifically, the California cannabis industry. Some of your favorite brands got exposed today for having insanely high levels of pesticides in their carts. And I'm not talking about, oh, just one or two carts failed a test, or, oh, it was just barely over the threshold. We are talking carts that are hundreds of times over the legal threshold for testing. We are talking brands that had 25 third-party tests done on their products and failed all 25 of them, okay? We are talking major shit here, all right? This is serious. So, this morning, the LA Times dropped an article titled The Dirty Secret of California's Legal Weed. Okay, yeah, amazing day to smoke flower, but I mean, who knows what's also in the flower, right? Who actually knows what's cracking in the flower? But, the dirty secret of California's legal weed. Now listen the fuck up, folks, okay? Everyone's known for a while there's bad actors in the legal market everywhere, right? But especially California. I mean, just a couple months ago, Stizzy got exposed for backdooring and running unlicensed dispensaries. That's like a normal occurrence here in the market. Everyone...
A normal occurrence. So that means that the people up in California are running essentially black market dispensaries. You know, like the carts that we used to get on the streets, smart carts, dank vapes, shit like that. But they're doing it with their dispensary carts because they know that they test over the legal limit of the amount of pesticides that are allowed or even permitted in these carts. So they know that they can just sell them off for $25 real quick, $30, make profit, and not give a fuck about the consumer at the end of the day. That's weird. That's wild, weird, and crazy.
Everyone forgot about that pretty quickly, right? But California brands do a lot of tricks to stay afloat, right? And I'm not saying that it's entirely the fault of the state or the brands or anyone, but California brands pull a lot of tricks behind the scenes to make money. Because with the current tax rates, it's very, very close to impossible to make a real company out of just selling weed. You have to cut corners somewhere. Some brands cut corners on packaging, some brands cut corners on marketing, some brands cut corners on the product itself, but here we have a really extreme example of cutting corners on the product itself, okay?
Now see, I'm fine with companies cutting costs on packaging. For example, as you see, I have a vape cartridge here in its original packaging. The thing is, they can actually cut corners by reducing cost on packaging by just having the regular white envelopes with the label across it. But that's honestly the most that you would ever want a company to do. You never really want them to infringe upon the purity of their product, or you don't really want a company to infringe upon the product or your safety at the end of the day.
Okay, so let's get into it. So we're not going to read this entire article word for word because it's very, very long, but there's a couple parts that are worth highlighting. So this part right here. An investigation by the Times in conjunction with cannabis industry newsletter Weed Week found alarming levels of pesticides in cannabis products available on dispensary shelves across the state, including some of the most popular brands of vapes and pre-rolls. 25 of 42 legal cannabis products that the Times purchased from retail stores and had tested showed concentrations of pesticides either above levels the state allows or at levels that exceed federal standards for tobacco. Now, that's an important line.
So you mean to tell me that y'all are putting more pesticides in our weed than the tobacco is putting in their plant, than the tobacco industry are putting in their plants? It's now looking more feasible or more safer to smoke cigarettes than weed nowadays. Could you imagine that? I would never go back.
That's an important line because the regulations around pesticides in tobacco are not the same as the regulations around pesticides in cannabis. When regulations were formed for cannabis testing, they were formed back in, I believe it was like 2017, 2018. It kind of varies by state, around that time, right? And never updated. So, as you could guess, the companies that wanted to abuse testing standards obviously found alternative chemicals and pesticides to skirt around standards, and testing regulations have not kept up whatsoever. Where are the regulators? What do they do for a living? I don't fucking know, all right? But either way, so these contaminants included chemicals tied to cancer, liver failure, thyroid disease, and genetic and neurologic harm to users and unborn children. Now, vapes tested from 5 well-known brands had pesticide loads that exceeded federal EPA risk thresholds for harm from a single exposure. That means that if you hit that cart one time, all it takes is one hit, and you are in danger. Oh,
You hear that, man? Like, imagine Imagine the youth coming up now. Let's say 17, 18 years old. You go to a little high school party, your friends get together or whatever, a kickback. Somebody has a cart, a vape. They're just going around the party. Then out of nowhere, hey, such and such, come on over here. Hit this cart, man. Hit this vape. Nah, man, I don't do that stuff, man. Oh, come on, man. Don't be a square. You hit this cart one time that came from a dispensary, and it's fucked you for life.
Okay? Some of the things that are tested on here are not like a one and done kind of thing. Some of them have high levels where prolonged exposed use could put you at risk, could potentially give you long-term health impact.
Now you see, he says, some situations. Excuse me. Some situations, one and done carts or one hit is not enough to risk you or put you at risk. But you don't really know in these times anymore. You can get the cart QR code and look up the lab information. But as I'm sure he's going to go over in a second, companies pay for that. Companies will pay out the pocket to make their carts pass these lab tests. And money rules the world. What can you say, people?
But that says that one hit could be enough to do that to you. There is no long-term use needed. Your homie passes you the cart. You take one hit. You're damaged.
You're
okay?
damaged.
You're in trouble. Yo, Fozzie, thank you for the bits. Gary Boncloud, 8 beats, thank you for the bits. Navlinac, thank you for the bits. Listen, I'm not a news reporter, guys, but when I see stuff like this, knowing the audience I have, I feel like it's my duty to share it, okay? Take it as you will, but I feel like it's my responsibility to share this information, knowing how many of you guys are stoners, okay?
And see, excuse me. And see, that's how I feel with my past community or audience. I guess you could say my current still, since I still own the page and it's not like I've deserted it or anything. Yes, Bassett. Up here. Up here. Up here. As you all can see, Bassett wants to be seen today. Say hello to the camera. Now she's camera shy. Sweet little baby. But back to what I was saying. With the audience that I have, I feel like it's kind of my duty to kind of share and spread the knowledge, because you don't want this to be a situation where it's like, oh, I found out too late or nobody told me type shit, you know? And for those who've been rocking with me on my last channel already know where we came from. Humble beginnings. We started on smart cards. We started on dank vapes. And all of the other bullshit vapes. Really, those were the only two. But you get my point. We've been there. So I crawled so you don't have to. I crawled so you can walk. That's how I feel. Anyway, let's get back to it.
So, some individual products contained as many as 24 pesticides. The findings dovetail with scores of complaints that 2 private cannabis testing labs have filed over the last 8 months, reporting pesticides and products certified by other labs as safe. Hey, I'm not going to name any names, but there's a few labs out here in California that are well known for taking money for positive test results. Like, it's open knowledge in the industry, right?
And see, that goes hand in hand with the problem. If you have a testing company who is known, or who is just out here like, oh man, hey, sorry, Stizzy, sorry, Backpack Boys, that your test failed, but for an extra 2,500, 3,000, we can have our boys in the back run this through one more time, the extra filtered option, and then it'll come out clean. Like I say, money rules the world. It's an unfortunate reality that we live in, folks. Let's get back to the video.
If I really wanted to, I could make a booth cart right now, and I know a lab that I could pay today to give me a clean test. Now, I can't name them because I'm probably going to get sued into oblivion for doing that, and that's batting out of my league. But what I'm trying to say by telling you guys that is that test results aren't always. Usually they are, and if you have a reputable lab, obviously it's science at the end of the day, but they're not always the end-all, be-all.
But it's still kind of fucked that you can't even mention or name drop the testing company who's known for taking money to pass bad tests. It's like catching somebody with their hand in the cookie jar, taking them to court with video evidence, but they just got the O.J. Simpson lawyer. And back to the video.
Okay. So, let's see. So, this is just explaining, like, the incentive for doing these kind of things. We already talked about that. Obviously, you save money. Use pesticides, you can get a higher yield, less risk of contamination, which requires you to throw the whole crop out, It's all trying to cut corners to make money in this industry, okay?
That's the problem with it. See, if people were able to home grow legally, this wouldn't be as big of an issue, I would feel, because people wouldn't be relying on the dispensary weed, the dispensary carts. But this is just like, literally just like prohibition back in the day with bootleggers, and when they're coming in trying to regulate the industry. If anything, we're the test subjects, really, sitting in this first wave of regulation, I want to say. Because as you see now with Amendment 3 coming out, they're trying to legalize adult use of marijuana recreationally. So please, people, get out there and vote. Vote for the best candidate you feel. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for because I'm not trying to get my channel strike, taken down, video banned, or anything. Vote for who you want to vote for, but at the end of the day, check yes on Amendment 3, please, and thank you. Now back to the video.
Here's an interesting part, though. California Department of Cannabis Control officials declined to make anyone available for an interview. The agency would also not release either external or internal discussions of pesticide contamination and refused to release information on its ability to test cannabis products, saying such knowledge would encourage bad actors.
Would encourage bad actors. Listen, there are three types of people in the world. You got the people that know, the people that know and choose not to, and the people that don't know. Or you could probably even just say the people who don't know, the people who know, and the people who are completely in the dark. However you want to phrase it. If you want to break the world down into statistics, 1 in 3 people pee in the pool. 1 in 3 people, I'm saying this again, will pee in the pool. But out of those 3 people, 1 person will not admit that they do pee in the pool. The other person will 100% never piss in the pool. They piss before, they piss after. But 1 in 3 piss in the pool, gladly, loudly, and proudly. And the other 1 in 3 does not admit that they do, but they will say that they do not. I say that to say this. You can't say that there are bad actors with you coming out with this information, because people already know this side of the market. So you coming out saying that this will encourage people to do it, the people who are already doing it are encouraging the people to do it. You don't got to worry about you making bad actors in the bunch. Back to the video.
Down, guys. Like, I want to make it clear, I'm not sharing this with you guys to shit on the brands. Although, to an extent, I'm going to shit on the brands a little bit. But I'm also sharing this because this is an issue that is far bigger than just a few shitty brands. The actual government entities that are supposed to be regulating this don't know what they're doing. The people that are actually working in the industry and creating the products are running laps around regulators, bro. Regulators have no fucking idea what is going on. They have no fucking idea what they're talking about, okay?
And that's why I say I feel like we're in the first wave of this weed prohibition, where, if you remember correctly, on my conspiracy theory video I did, there was one conspiracy where, if memory serves me correctly, the government was poisoning people with alcohol to show alcohol is bad for consumption. What they were doing was adding the, what was it? The wood, damn. I'm telling you, just go back and watch that video and specifically look for the alcohol conspiracy. It can't be that far in the video, maybe like 3-4 minutes into it. But those who watched it already know. Yeah, imagine that these companies are allowing, or the government is allowing these companies to use these harmful pesticides because they feel that, well, because this isn't tobacco, you can use this pesticide on this plant because you're trying to get a higher yield. You're trying to preserve your profit. You're trying to preserve your plant. And then in turn, the patients at the end of the day end up suffering because we have to endure the brunt of it. We have to intake this. They're not the ones who have to intake this. If anything, imagine all the big dispensary heads still buy from the street. Imagine that. Or they just home grow. Because honestly, I'm sure they home grow. Back to the video.
So listen, essentially the Department of Cannabis Control said, like, yeah, we're not going to say anything. We have no comment. We're not going to release any information about this. But also, they would not provide the results of pesticide tests that it received from other state agencies and would not provide the safety certificates for cannabis products on the market. It also declined to say what action it has taken on at least 85 contamination complaints it has received since last fall from private labs. My 2 cents is they aren't doing shit.
They aren't doing shit because they're getting away with it. Like I say, they're not the ones at the end of the day who have to intake this, who have to vape this, who have to smoke this, so it doesn't affect them. But then us as the consumer, we come out, hey, I'm using your product and I'm starting to feel some health effects or whatever. Depending on how it is, you might not even be able to sue them. But you are trying to come at this at the legal way, so that way you don't get jammed up in traffic or with police, 12, none of that. But money rules the world. Like I say, this is the world we live in, unfortunately. Back to the video.
No, I'm not going to say that definitively, because it's not like these people are the DOJ where they're posting public reports of their big busts. But I have yet to hear of anybody getting in trouble for contaminated products. The worst thing that happens is the specific product is pulled off the shelf. That's all that happens. So
that is it.
Let's scroll down a little bit. The agency is now scrambling to initiate California's first market test for pesticides, sending a recent email warning license holders of coming product embargoes, voluntary and mandatory recalls, and disciplinary actions. We are over halfway through a decade into this industry in California, okay? And that's just recreational. If you count Prop 215 and everything, we're over a decade into this shit, okay? This is nothing new. This is nothing new. Yet nobody has figured out how to safely regulate weed yet. So let's take a look at this. So this chart right here is showing the peak levels found in the testing done of each of these pesticides. Now, at the top here it says the toxic peak, which is the number of times over the permitted limit. Right here, you can see that chlorphenapyr, I probably butchered that, was found over 2,000 times the legal limit. Now, what does this do? What does this pesticide do, you might ask? Well, let's look right here. It's an insecticide, and symptoms include nausea, vomiting, okay, headache, difficulty breathing, wheezing, chest tightness, and short-term memory loss.
Sorry, let me up the quality so we can be able to see the descriptions of these bullshit insecticides and pesticides better.
Okay? Combustion of this chemical releases hydrogen cyanide and other toxic gases. You are literally smoking cyanide. Okay? You are smoking poison. Literal poison. Not like, oh, I might get a cough. You are literally inhaling cyanide, okay?
Y'all ever heard of cyanide and happiness? That ain't this and this ain't that. This is cyanide and deadliness. That's wicked. Actual cyanide. For those of you who aren't fully aware, that's the dangerous chemical that's inside apple seeds that they tell you, you know, hey, if you eat an apple, be careful not to swallow the seed or bite the seed. Yeah. Imagine this cart that I just cracked open from this box I got from the dispensary having high levels of this chlorphenapyr or whatever it's called insecticide in my cart. And I'm sitting here huffing this cart, you know, habitually, daily. I'm at this. But it's the fact that this is shit you really should not and would not want to be inhaling. But unfortunately, up in California, I don't know about Florida. I'm just speaking on California terms. Y'all fucked in the weed department. The government is just as slow catching up to this shit as ever, as always. And unfortunately, we are the test dummies. Back to the video.
Damn, bro, I might have to cop only gas now? Hey, buddy, all I'm saying, dude, I promise we aren't going to give you cyanide, okay, pal? We vet our sources, okay, buddy? We don't have to cut corners because the regulators don't fuck my side of the market yet. I can afford to just give you a good product for a good price. I don't got to cut the corners. All right, either way, back at it. In rats, it concentrated in breast milk, causing increased death of offspring. Imagine you're a pregnant mother. You're hitting your backpack boy's cart, which, I mean, to be fair, you shouldn't be doing while you're pregnant. But let's say you're Krishan Rock, okay? You're hitting your backpack boy's cart. Little do you know, your baby's got cyanide all up in his lungs. That's probably why that baby came out all fucked up, honestly. Backpack boy's carts, all right? So keep an eye
on another note, Krishan Rock, that's just wild. I'm being told not to, so we're gonna save that for another day. All right, back to the video.
on this shit, okay? Pymetrazine, another one, an insecticide prohibited in the EU, Canada, and Norway. Approved only for restricted use in the U.S. It is a reproductive toxin and carcinogen, and in rat studies, caused damage to endocrine organs. It is not screened for in California cannabis at all. It is not screened for in California cannabis. They don't even test for this one. They don't care. They don't know how much is in there. They don't want to know. They don't give a fuck. This is the point I'm trying to make of how far behind regulations are from the cannabis industry. Like, these people are actually doing laps, okay? So, let's continue. We've also got a few more here. We'll just rinse over these. What was I trying to say? Gloss over these? I don't even know what I was trying to say there, bro. Either way, trifloxystrobin. It's used on agricultural crops as a seed treatment. Exposure symptoms include headaches, dizziness, nausea, vomiting, and irritated eyes. If you smoke it, it also creates hydrogen cyanide.
More cyanide.
Dude, yo, this is cooked. Rat studies showed fused bones. Bro, imagine hitting the fucking cart and your bones are melting together. Your goddamn bones are fusing together.
Imagine after years of hitting carts and pesticide-infected weed, you just become one solid fucking bone. Everything just fuses together. Oh my god. You're gonna become Wolverine at that point. Minus the adamantium, and the bone claws, and the healing factor. Just don't die.
Think about it. All right, let's continue. We're not done yet, though. We're not fucking done yet, okay? Because we have 2 more chemicals on here. Bifezinate is a miticide. I'd imagine that means like small bugs, like mites, used on a large variety of crops. Questionable developmental and reproductive toxin and endocrine disruptor. Okay, we'll leave it at questionable. That's fine. Well, sure. We'll leave it at questionable. All right. Chlorpyrifos. Banned for agricultural use in 2021 and not permitted at any level. Okay? Exposure before or shortly after birth may cause persistent behavioral effects into adulthood. Delays in cognitive achievement, motor control, and social behavior, and lowered intelligence.
What?
Do you want to smoke tar juice, chat?
Do you want to smoke tar juice? See, they used to look at alcohol and still do and call it stupid juice. Keep drinking that stupid juice. Now you're going to be smoking that stupid juice.
Do you want to smoke special juice?
Special
Do you want to smoke the Sped Supreme? All right? Listen, we're not fucking done. We're not done. Long-term exposure associated with Parkinson's disease. Bro, my grandmother had Parkinson's. That woman could not live. She couldn't even move. She couldn't sit still without twitching. Okay? Parkinson's. A disease that is pretty much eradicated at this point. Right? Listen. California cannabis regulators initially responded to those complaints with a single product recall, and in orders that remain confidential, required 3 other products be removed from store shelves. Bro. Frustrated that more was not done, Josh Schweider, the chief executive of Infinite Chemical Analysis Labs and author of most of the complaints, sent his summary of contaminated products directly to Governor Gavin Newsom and cannabis regulators. Those failing products alone represented 150,000 packages of flower, vapes, or pre-rolls for sale to unsuspecting customers.
150,000.
150,000 people that are smoking potential cancer chemicals. And yeah, that's a good point that someone just brought up in chat, right? This is not only a California exclusive thing. If they went around nationwide and tested at dispensaries nationwide, you would find this everywhere, I guarantee it. It's just very prevalent in California because there's some of the most weed in California. We have some of the most variety and brands. So there's way more bad actors out here, right? So, let's continue, okay? Let's continue.
Like he said, if you go around and test all these other carts, there may pop up some bad actors. But that's also kind of why I wanted to make my review video on this, to kind of shine some light on it on the Florida side. And I'm also going to be doing some more digging into this because of that. Because I've been a patient for about 4 years now. So if I want to continue, I want to make sure that I'm smoking, I'm putting shit that ain't going to kill me into my body, you know. So let's continue on to the video. Because if that's the case, I'm just going to go back to the street stuff, you know.
Oh, after...
Or, I'm not going to go there.
Max Whiter sent his letter. An additional product was recalled for pesticide contamination. The remaining tainted batches were left to sell out. So let's talk about this for a minute, okay? The CEO of a reputable lab sent detailed information to the governor and all cannabis regulators in the state of California, breaking down exactly what is dangerous in these products and why it's dangerous. And they only pulled one additional product off the shelf and left the rest of it to be sold to customers. They just let the rest of it get sold. Just like yeah, all right. Fuck it.
Essentially, fuck it. That's how a company feels about the consumer. They just don't care. You would think that you go to the dispensary and these people would care about getting you the right product that would help you medicinally. You're just a buck at the end of the day, bucko. Just a dollar sign. That's it. A sale. It's sad. I'm going to say it again. Money rules the world. Unfortunately.
Fuck it, man. We're just sending it. We're just sending it. All right, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. Meanwhile, licensing files show the state's seed-to-sale inventory system contains faulty data. All right, everyone's known about this for a while, okay? This state's, like, seed-to-sale inventory system is scuffed. There's so many ways to cheat that shit, okay? Here we go. This is where it gets juicy. California requires cannabis products to be tested for 66 pesticides. That list, unchanged since 2018, has not kept pace with current cultivation practices. Okay? So, tests conducted for the Times and Weed Week identified 7 off-list pesticides and legal products on store shelves. One brand of vape contained fenvalerate, a fungicide proven to lower sperm counts and prohibited in the U.S. since 2008. 16 products contained pymetrazine, an insecticide known to cause liver cancer and mimic human hormones, part of a chemical class known as endocrine disruptors. Pymetrazine is approved for only limited use by the federal EPA. All right, you ready for this? You ready for the bomb? We're going to start naming names now, folks. A pink acai vape from Stizzy, the state's top-selling cannabis brand, carried more than 60 times the maximum amount of pymetrazine allowed by federal regulators in cigarettes. But because California does not require testing for pymetrazine, the company that makes Stizzy products said it is not in violation of the state regulation. Listen, bro, all I'm going to say is this, okay? I stopped working with Stizzy like a year ago because they wouldn't pay up on time. And I'm starting to get a better view of Stizzy. All right, I'm starting to get a bit. These guys are doing something behind those doors. All right.
Stizzy, man. Hey, I'm just gonna say, they just flat out came out and said, because our state don't test for this, we ain't breaking no laws. But they don't give a fuck about the health of their consumers because you just a dollar at the end of the day, man. Back to the video.
All right, these guys are doing something back there, all right? Their response is, we adhere to all standards and limits set by the state of California, which has some of the strictest testing requirements and pesticide limits in the country. Okay. Thanks, man. Thanks. That's awesome, dude. So you have 60 times the legal amount of an insecticide known to cause liver cancer and to mimic human hormones. And you're just like, dude, we're following standards. I mean, sure, we might kill a couple million sperm cells and duplicate a couple of your hormones.
That's the other thing. Imagine you're a dude and you wondering why you shooting lower now. It's like, oh, the vapes I'm smoking ain't they fucking with my sperm counts. That's fucked up.
But like, you're stoned, right? You're high, right?
But you high, right?
You're good.
You geeked off that gas, right?
The Times and Weed Week testing also found another off-list chemical, propargite. I don't know if I said that right. A carcinogenic insecticide that UCLA researchers have linked to brain cell death and increased incidence of Parkinson's disease in Central Valley residents. Brain cell death.
Jeez.
Does it even get any worse than that?
You hit your cart and after like 10 years, you literally get fucking brain rot. Like, But you high, right? You geeked off that fucking pack, right? Oh my god. It's ridiculous, man. It pushes people to want to do homegrown or go back to the street because, but then even then you really gotta question the street, because if the street motherfuckers are doing the same shit and they spraying it with extra shit like extra THC sprays, putting all these dyes and colorings on it, homegrown is looking like the best route. Back to the video.
Like, is there a worse side effect than eating your brain cells? It, like, genuinely asking. I don't think it gets worse than that. And it's just in dispensary shelves. Guys, these are not the black market carts, okay? We're not talking about the scuffed carts that, like, you buy off your plug. You know, we're not talking about dank vapes here. We're talking about licensed, tested products that are sold in legal dispensaries to customers that are coming in and thinking that the dispensary has done the testing and verification for them. They are walking in and thinking that they are being kept safe, not realizing that in reality they are smoking fungicides and insecticides that are literally eating their brain. Okay? So let's keep going. Okay? Let's keep going. So this is a little section just showing, like, some of the stuff that they've busted. There's the Chinese chemicals right there. Hey, the Chinese boys are making a big play on the California cannabis market. That's a topic for a whole nother stream, whole nother video, though, okay? Like, we're not going to talk about that today because I could probably make an hour-long fucking rant talking about the Chinese bubba, okay? It's a big deal. So we're going to kind of just scroll past this section. This is documenting, like, where their chemicals are coming from and that kind of stuff, right? We're going to go down to the more important part. Okay? We're going to go down to the more important part, ladies and gentlemen. So, contaminated weed in you. We're not going to talk all about this because you guys, I'm sure, really want to know what brands got exposed in this article, okay? Now, I'm going to link this article in the chat. I'm going to link it also if I end up uploading this to YouTube. I'm going to link it in the comment section, okay?
And when I get the link down there, I will put the link in the description of my video as well, to keep everybody well informed. You know, we all got to take care of each other out here. And in doing so, I better see you like this video. You better like this video. I'm doing you a service for the free ski. Like the video, please, and thank you. Back to the video.
So read the full article if you want to see this part, okay? But we're going to go down a little bit further because here we go. Problem cannabis trim, yada, yada, yada. Take me down to the fucking money part. Here we go. Here we go. The complaints included zote flower sold by Grizzly Peak Farms and Crew Mai Tai vape carts, both with chlorphenapyr prohibited at any detectable level. Dude. Fog City Farms. Shark bites with too much piperonal butoxide and I don't know how to say these, bro. I'm gonna highlight them.
Spiromazephin.
West Coast Cure. Yo, bro, I'm really disappointed to see West Coast Cure on here because they're a legacy brand, and I'm not gonna lie, Jarrett's the homie, but like I can't support this shit right here. Okay. Jay Cures is a cool guy, but that doesn't change the fact that this is not right.
Right.
This is not right here.
That's not right.
This is not right, okay? West Coast Cure Biscotti vapes with myclobutanil and Jack Herer flavored ones with chlorphenapyr. Oh, I can't even... Dude, they got so many in here that I can't even say it. Backpack Boys vapes contain chlorphenapyr, bifenthrin, bifenthrin, ethoxylol, malathion. I don't know how to say all of these.
Look at all of these
different
fucking
chemicals are in the Backpack Boys ones.
Yo.
That what I just highlighted, that's all chemicals that are in just the Backpack Boys. Okay? Okay? Now, wait. Here we go. Are you guys ready for the real bomb? Are you guys ready for the real fucking bomb? Oh, here...
Man's been dropping bombs all video, and then he's like, are you ready for the next one? You ready for the next one?
Here we go. Directors of labs that had certified products cited as contaminated in Swider's crusade accused him of seeking a competitive edge, even spiking pesticides into clean samples. They accused clients of having clean material tested and sending contaminated goods to market. None made these statements on the record. They cited fear of lost business, litigation, and personal harm. Yo, I'm not going to lie, this line right here, they accused clients of having clean testing material and sending contaminated goods to market. This is true. Like, I know for a fact this is true. I'm not going to go into detail because of this same line right here, okay? Specifically the litigation part, but I'm telling you right now this is true, okay? Like, that is 100% true, okay? I'm not going to name any names, but that absolutely does happen, okay? A total, fish out of water, thank you guys for the subs. Yo, all right. So, they also said pesticide testing is inexact and easily manipulated. You could give it to 10 different labs and get 10 different results, said Paul Hamra, owner of Veridity Analytics, San Diego labs that approved vapes by West Coast Cure, Fat Panda, and Maven that subsequently showed pesticides. State inspectors visited Hammer's lab in January, trying to shut us down because of a case made against us by Infinite. So that's the other lab that reported these issues. In late April, the state suspended Veridity Analytics license, saying the lab has engaged in activity that poses harm to public health, safety, or welfare. So here's the lab the whole time trying to be like, yo, guys, like, we're doing it legit, bro. They're clearly contaminating this stuff to get a competitive edge. And the state came in and found out that actually they were manipulating test results. So this is one of the first times, listen, this is a huge deal right here. Because for years, it has been like whisperings among the cannabis industry of like, hey, this lab will do your test results good. You know, just pay them a little extra. Hey, this lab will do whatever you need them to. They'll give you good results, right? And there's an incentive for labs to do that, because if a brand sends a lab product and they send back bad results, obviously that brand's never going to go to them again. If a lab is consistently giving them passing results, the brand's going to go back, and the brand's going to keep using that lab for their testing, right? So there's an incentive for these labs to be doing this, right? Which is unfortunate. So
I'm going to say it again. The world is ran on money.
the suspension said Veridity inflated potency of 4 cannabis products, failed to show accreditation, could not provide the chemical standards it used, and told regulators it had unacceptable accuracy ratings for testing pesticides, molds, and solvents. Inspectors also said Verity labeled the pesticide as non-detect when equipment showed contamination, without offering any scientific criteria. Damn! 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 Meanwhile, Swider became a target. He said he lost clients and word of his activism spread. Then while traveling in March, he received a phone call from a blocked number. I'm going to come and get you and your whole family. You're going to pay for this. Dude, listen, bro, there's a lot of sketchy folks in this industry. Like, I believe it. I believe it, okay? So we're going to...
You see what happened when you try to expose the truth on anything? It don't matter what it be. Motherfuckers will come out here and put a target on your back and be like, I'm coming to get you. Like on some fucking Taken 4, 5, 6 type shit, and just like try to fuck your whole life up. Try to get you erased off the planet. Like, you gotta watch your back when you start exposing truth out here, because whether it's an underground casino, cheating in a video game, or the black market of weed, legal weed, motherfuckers will come after you, try to silence you, and get you extradited off this planet anyway.
We're going to scroll a little further, okay? We're going to scroll a little further. Here we go. This right here. So let's actually zoom in on this. Let's actually zoom in real good here so you guys can see all this. Okay. So this is the entire chart of all the products that were tested for this article. Okay? This is the chart of every product that was tested. Alien Labs, passing. Shout out Alien Labs. And actually, you know what? Alien Labs is owned by Connected, and Connected also passed on this chart. So quick shout out to Alien Labs and Connected for
shout
doing
out
their
to
shit
Alien
the right
Labs
way
and
putting out
Connected.
Clean products for people. I guess you've got my official stamp of approval right here. Shout out Alien Labs and Connected, putting out clean products. But I cannot say the same about our friends at Backpack Boys. I don't know if I want to call them friends, just our acquaintances at Backpack Boys. So, let me point out real quick that this right here, right, is not, this is the amount times the legal limit, okay? So this cart, this lemon cherry gelato cart from Backpack Boys, had 2,060 times the legal limit of chlorphenapyr. If you guys remember, that's one of the ones that causes a bunch of health problems, okay? But not only that, you would think like, okay, it's only just one pesticide in here. No. They've got chlorphenapyr, bifenazate, clofenazine, shit that I haven't even seen mentioned in the article. This particular cart right here, the blue guava gelato we'll start with, had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 50 more. 25 different pesticides in this one Backpack Boys cart. This cart failed for 25 pesticides. Okay? Not 1, not 2, not even 5. 25 fucking pesticides. Okay? RIP Aaron reviews brain cells. Yeah, the cart tubers are in shambles right now, bro.
Cart tubers are in shambles. Listen, I'm essentially a cart tuber. That's how I fucking started, bro. And here I am. Here we are. Here we are. You could say it's in shambles, but I'm trying to reinvent myself.
The Blinker YouTubers, Blinker Tube is absolutely crumbling right now. These guys better all have doctor's appointments tomorrow, okay? Every single one of them better have a fucking doctor's appointment for tomorrow, dude.
And see, personally, I've never been too crazy on the blinkers because I felt like I'm just going to burn through my product faster. Probably even burn the thread on my cart. Yeah, that's something to look into now. A doctor appointment and getting a full checkup, head to toe, inside and out. Internals mostly, because you want to see how you're doing inside, the shit you can't see, you can't touch. And get yourself checked out.
Alright. So listen, that's not the only Backpack Boys cart that failed for that many things. This one, for example, lemon cherry gelato. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 26 different pesticides. Okay? 26. We all smoked pesticides growing up. Fuck them. Hey, bro, I didn't smoke very many carts growing up. I'm just going to say that. Like, I smoked a little bit, but I was never, like, one of those real cart rippers, bro.
That's a fucked up way to look at it. Hey, we all smoked pesticides growing up. No. I mean, some did, but others didn't. That's not a way to justify these carts having this much pesticides, because even then, truth enough, we don't know how much pesticides the carts of old used to have. We know what we have now. And if anything, we just know if this is what we have now, it would most likely only get worse in the future if they're allowed to skirt the lines with 25, 26 different pesticides thousands of times over the legal limit. Imagine they start coming out with new pesticides that, of course, the government's not testing for, so they can put millions of times over the legal limit because, hey, the government's not testing for this, and this one chemical does what 5 or 10 chemicals used to do, while adding new birth defects or health defects along the way.
I got a cart in my pocket right now. Oh my god, it doesn't, I swear I think it's clean. I know who I got it, like I know where it's from, I know the brand, I think it's clean.
And see, after I put this video out, for those who don't already know about this situation, that's going to be how people are going to look at their carts now. They're going to buy a brand new cart, look, literally like me. I have a brand new cart. I'm going to sit here and pull it out and be like, man, I hope this is clean. And it even has the QR code. Hell, let's even pull up the test right now and see what it passes. Now it says it passed. I see that in big, bold green letters. Now let's go down and look at what it's tested for. Pesticides, it says passed. Heavy metals, passed. Microbials, passed. Mycotoxins, passed. Residual solvents, passed. Filth, passed. See, I don't want to... The thing is, I don't want to put the... What's the name? The brand of the... What's the name? I don't want to put the brand of the testing company out here and then receive any backlash on me. So let me just do some slight little editing. Okay. Now, I can actually pull this up and show you. The test results here says that it passed. Everything says passed. If you can see it there. Let me zoom in a bit more. But anyway, back to the video.
But like looking at it on paper, bro, look at this thing. Listen, I got it for free, okay?
Man said he got it for free. Did it come in a box at least so you can scan a QR code? Because that's the only reputable information that you have at this point is the QR code. And the thing is, luckily the actual sticker on it has it. If you buy this off of somebody and they take that off and you don't have the QR code, there's no way for you to scan. You don't know.
All right, guys. We're going to eat my brain cells live on stream right now. Are you ready?
Cheers.
Oh!
Wake up. Good morning. Bet that was a slap in the face.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro, my brain cells were falling. Oh my god. They were literally falling out of my ears, dude. I don't know if the camera caught that. All right, let's keep going. Backpack Boys. So let me just count how many of these Backpack Boys failed. So this is 5. It's 6 per page, okay? So they have 5 on the first page. Here's another page. Here's another page of just Backpack Boys. Here's another page of just Backpack Boys. And here's another page with 2 more Backpack Boys. The first 5 pages of this chart are literally just Backpack Boys, okay? So let's do the math. 6, 12, 18, 20. Oh, 6, 12, 18, 20, 25. So their products were sent in for 25 separate tests, okay? They failed all 25. They failed all of them. I guess the ones that you could say are not a fail are these ones, okay? Below LOQ on Boscalid, all right? I guess you could say, all right, 23 out of 25, you can make the argument. Even then, that's not a green check, bro.
Yeah.
It's just like below the amount that they could write, okay? So that's not a green check. Like Alien Labs up here, clean, good to go, right? So we got 5 pages of just Backpack Boys. Let's keep going. Circles. If any of you guys have ever smoked circles, I never have. They're giving you AIDS, I guess.
They're giving you
Cloud.
AIDS.
Okay, here we go. So Cloud. These are like some brands that I don't really smoke. Crew. I've never even heard of Crew. Okay? I don't know who these people are, but don't smoke their carts, okay? Delighted. Looks like Delighted's doing good here. All right, Delighted passed.
Shout out to Delighted.
Dime Industries. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, my. 762 on Pymetrazine. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute, dude. Chat. Which one was that? Wasn't that the one that, like, eats your brain cells? I'm pretty sure that was the one that eats your brain cells. All right, so if you want to die, if you want to speed run death, Dymo G might be up there on the list of things to smoke.
Speed run death.
Flavor Aid. Okay.
Shout out Flavor Aid. You got some failed cars, but you got some that pass.
Looks like about a 50% dub ratio. Okay, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I might retract that.
So they failed 1, 2, 3. So, all right. 4 to 3. 4 to 3. 6 to 3. 6 to 7. Okay. 6 to 9. Oh, that's an unfortunate score line.
That's unfortunate. I have to retract that.
That is an unfortunate score line, Flavor Aid. You've got bad odds. Okay, let's keep going. Fog City, Gelato. Yes, that is a brand. Not talking about the strain. Grizzly Peak Farms. Heavy Hitters.
Heavy Hitters.
Surprisingly passed.
Shout out Heavy Hitters.
I've never been a fan of Heavy Hitters products, but, I mean, to be fair, they only tested one product.
They only tested one.
I mean, it passed. It passed. You know? Like 400 people just joined and then left. They were pesty zombies. Dude, I'm telling you, Twitch view counts are fucking broken. Okay? All right. Going
pesty zombies.
Cola's Cares, Cola's Kicks, Lolo, Maven. Uh-oh, Maven. Uh-oh, Maven. Uh-oh. You shouldn't be charging that high prices with these kind of pesticides, man. I don't know what to tell you. Consistently expensive. All right, yo, Papa's Herb.
Papa's Herb.
Why is it always the lemon cherry gelato, too? Why is it always the lemon cherry gelato that's contaminated? Like, the Backpack Boys, bro, the lemon cherry gelato was practically like smoking uranium, okay? Like, this shit is cooked. All right, let's keep going, though.
Nah, but Papa's Herb, that's actually a brand in Air. I remember that. That's a brand in Air, so I don't even have that product that much. I did before, but it never really hit that hard to me. I really had only their carts. It was like maybe 4 carts, 3 around that area. And I had probably 2 of their flowers. It really didn't hit that much to me. But now that I see that name on this list, I'm staying clear of Papa's Herb. Let's keep going.
Let's keep going, though. Fat Panda. Oh, I've actually never heard of this brand. I've never heard of the brand Fat Panda.
Never.
But it looks like you shouldn't smoke them.
Nope.
Fire with a PH. All right, that's not good.
That's not good.
Don't smoke any fire. They don't have any fire for you. Raw Garden passed. Congratulations.
Shout out to Raw Garden.
Big ups to Raw Garden for passing.
And shout out to Seed Junkie.
Top shelf or anything, but hey, if they're clean, they're clean. You know?
Seed Junkie is a 50-50. Pull it back.
A mid-shelf clean product to a top-shelf contaminated one. I'd even prefer a bottom-shelf clean product to a top-shelf contaminated one. All right, let's keep looking. We got Seed Junkie. 1 questionable, 1 passed. Okay. All right. We'll lay off a Seed Junkie. Stizzy. Stizzy, that's not good. Stizzy, that's really not good.
Stizzy, that's really not good.
This is not looking good, Stizzy. Up, it's not looking good for Up. Superb only had 1 thing tested. They passed it. So, all right, here we go. This part really hurts me because you know what? West Coast Cure is like a very OG brand in the California cannabis space. I'm extremely disappointed by this. Like, seeing this genuinely hurts me. Okay, Jay Cures is a dude that I consider a friend, dude that I consider a cool person. But I'm not going to sit here and stand by this kind of shit. I'm not going to sit here and stand by West Coast Cure products when these are the results that are coming out in this article.
At least they have been embargoed.
This is cooked. This is crazy. This is shit. You shouldn't smoke any of this. And I'm not going to come out here and say you shouldn't smoke any brand on this list, but I think you should have a lot more discretion and be more careful and ask more questions when you're going to go buy some West Coast Cure or Backpack Boys or maybe even Stizzy or some of the brands on this list that aren't passing, right? All right, so West Coast Cure, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 11, 17, I guess 16 if you don't count this. We'll do 16. They passed 1.
The
Jack, though. This batch of Jack was good. This batch of Jack was hitting, though. Okay? This batch of Jack was hitting, though.
This batch of Jack was hitting.
If he's your friend, hold his ass accountable. Whoa, bro, all right, let me make something clear. Like, we're friends in the sense of, like, we're friendly with each other at events. I don't like, hang out with him, right? But, like, yo, Jake, yours, dude, I'm disappointed, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. All right, let's keep going. Because we're not, oh, my God, we're not done. Okay, so, actually, only that batch of Jack was good. This batch of Jack was absolutely fried. The Lucky Charms and Lemon Cooler are not looking good. The Maui Wowie, the Orange Cookies, the Skywalker OG, the Strawberry Cream. That's a whole lot of trifloxystrobin. That's good. That's not good. That's not good at all. And then the Super Glue. This specific batch of Super Glue looked okay. So the two biggest offenders on here are Backpack Boys and West Coast Cure. Is this tree or disty? I think it's everything. I think they tested like carts, flour, and pre-rolls. Like, I think they did a little bit of everything on this list. But we'd have to start looking up like batch numbers and shit to figure out whether it's like flour or a cart.
All right.
But I mean, I'm sure someone who knows more about these pesticides could probably identify just by the test results. Like, there's probably some of these things that are used in growing, and then some of these things that are used in, making carts, Yeah, Taste Stay High is probably dead. He probably died in his sleep last night. Like, that guy, yeah. After this article, yup. Yup. All right. That's the fucking article, chat. That's the drama that I wanted to address with you guys, okay? That's where it is. Now, in case I edit this and put this on YouTube, thank you all for watching on YouTube. Drop a fucking like, okay? Subscribe if you haven't already. See you later. All right, everyone say bye to the YouTube audience. Now we're back to Twitch. I'm trying that out, okay? A lot of other streamers, they, like, clip the good parts of their streams for YouTube. And I was going to make a video about this anyways. So I was thinking, like, what if I just clip this part of the stream and just make a video out of that, Like, it's just my little face cam in the corner, I don't know. But either way. Okay. Yeah, we're farming. No, we're farming content right now. We're farming. We're farming right now. Yeah, so a lot of brands weren't tested on this. Obviously, I'm going to come out and say right now, I highly doubt Backpack Boys and West Coast Cure are the worst offenders in the state. Out of all the big brands, like if you went and grabbed literally every big brand, like top 100 brands off the shelf in the state, I don't think those would be the biggest two offenders, honestly. I think they just happen to get tested the most, and I'm very disappointed in these results. Backpack Boys and West Coast Cure are two brands that I'm probably not going to be smoking anytime soon, unless some more information comes out about this that proves the otherwise. I don't know. But as of right now, like, this is bad. This is very bad.
This is very bad.
Chat, what are your thoughts on this, dude? What's everyone's thoughts on this? Because I feel like, honestly, this is something that a lot of people have kind of said for a long time and said, like, oh, yeah, they got booth carts. Oh, yeah, they got pesties in their carts. But everyone just kind of joked about it. And now we have actual definitive proof that there are dangerous pesticides in licensed and tested dispensary products. And we also, for one of the first times ever, have definitive proof that a lab has been caught and de-licensed for giving fake test results, which I think is also nuts. I think that's also fucking crazy. Thank you God Cookies didn't show up. I think Cookies and Connected are like the same thing. I believe. No, I might be tweaking. I think Connected owns. Am I tweaking? I don't know, bro. There's a lot of like parent companies to a lot of these brands.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
you got parent
passed,
companies.
The Biscotti too. That's one of the most popular strains. And Alien Labs passed. So I mean, hey, shout out to Ted and the boys over at Connected doing the thing. Honestly, out of the brands on this list, that is one of the only ones that didn't have any bad marks. Granted, they only tested 2 of their products, but I mean, there were other brands that got 2 products tested and still didn't pass both. Like, so, I mean, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, let's see, heavy hitters, Jeter. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, Jeter surprised me. Not because I think Jeter's a bad brand, but because, like, pre-rolls are one of the first categories that I would expect this kind of shit to be happening in. Maybe this is a cart, though. Yeah, Liquid Diamonds. Actually, yeah, this is a cart. This is a cart. Okay. Yeah, so guys, moral of the story, really stop smoking carts. Or I guess, no, not so, don't stop smoking carts entirely, I guess. I think that's a reach. But really just do your due diligence, do research into what brands are putting out good products, and ask more questions.
Are you a YouTuber?
All right,
Here's how
guys,
you can
that
grow
was
your
the
YouTube
video.
following. Even if you
All right, guys and gals, that was the video. Let me know down in the comment section what you think about this whole situation, because honestly, I don't even know what to say other than I want to do my due diligence, as you just saw me pull up the test results of the cart that I have here. It says everything passed, so I will also do further digging into the company itself, into how long they've been in business, you know, what other dispensaries they work with and whatnot, if that is public knowledge. But yeah, I just wanted to bring this to your attention, you know, since this is what's happening in Cali. God only knows what's happening here in the Sunshine State of Florida. But folks, let me know down in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on this? And like I say, the link to this video will be in the description, as well as the link to the page he was looking at, the post. That will be in the description as well. Please, for me, if you made it this far, you are one of my diehard fans. I really do appreciate you for sticking by. And please drop a like, share the video, hit the sub button with the notification bell. That's the most important part. And definitely share the video so we can get to 1,000 subs. Gotta get that monetization going again, since I lost it on the other channel. So let's get it, folks. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I sound a little winded after this video. Sorry, because this video is a lot to take in and dish out. But I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I appreciate you for giving me the little bit of your day. God bless. Take care.